I have a corporation set up.
Yes.
So the corporation's making around $100,000 a month. The overhead wasn't excessive, but it fluctuated. So if the company made $100,000, there was probably at least $40,000 to $45,000 in expenses. And then you'd, not want to save or not spend every penny of the profit because you might have a month or two that could be down. I kind of figured the game out at that point. So yeah, I'd say on average, the company was profiting $50,000 a month. But then I made the ultimate mistake, which was I didn't pay my taxes for 4 years.
How?
Well, man, I'm telling you, when you leave school in grade 8, you just have to figure it out by making these mistakes. And so I finally got an accountant and filed 4 years of taxes after making significantly good money.
Oh my gosh.
I made $38,000 a month tax installments for 17 months in a row.
Wow.
Yeah. That was rough. I lived very frugally for a year and a half and took every penny I made and paid it back.
Notice you didn't file? Like, how did that work?
I didn't notice.
I'd
never filed. It was my first corporation.
Just away with just never filing at that point? Like
my integrity wasn't ever on that level. My parents raised me better than that.
Yeah.
No.
It's wild to me that the government wouldn't be like the 1 year you don't file, just like knocking on the door.
But it was a brand new company, so it had never filed.
Okay.
So it was like they didn't even really know I existed.
Got it. Okay.
And then it's all of a sudden when I was like, hey, I'm over here. I think I owe you some money. They were like, yeah, you owe us $500,000. Wow. And they want the money like now.
Yeah.
Because they don't know you haven't been saving. So they're like, write us a check. I'm like, I have no money. And the lady's like, that's a problem. And I was like, okay, well, I'm sure we can overcome this. Like, I'm still a capable person who still works. Like, what do I got to do? And she's like, well, how big of a check could you write us? And I'm like, nothing, because I have $50,000 in my bank account. And if you take that, I will virtually be guaranteed to not be able to make any more money other than getting a real basic job. So it's in your benefit to let me keep that money, reinvest it in this business I have going. That's proven, which it wasn't, but I told her that. And I will sort this out and I will do tax installments. So what's the longest you'll let me do this for? And she was like, 9 months. I was like, I'm going to need no more than 9 months because I was already doing the math. She was like, what'd she say? 16 months. I was like, okay, 16 months, 500 grand divided by 16 months is your monthly payment. I had no idea how I was going to do that, but yeah, I grinded it out with email for a year and a half. And then was at the same time starting to get into Facebook and somehow just made it by the skin of my teeth.